Hey guys, how you doing? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. Just so you guys know, this is my review of Crisis Core Reunion. Not to be confused with not to be confused with the PSP game that came out years ago. This is the remake remaster thing that they did on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and current generation systems. I'm not gonna lie, even though I have a lot of experience playing the original game on PSP, and even though I knew how it would end, like I still cried, and the story in the game itself was still a very emotional roller coaster for me when I played it years ago when I still had a PSP and everything. So will this retread of a classic? Will it stir up old memories, or is it just kind of like one of those bands that does a reunion tour, but it's not really, what some people hype it up to be? Well, let's find out as we dive headfirst into this review of Crisis Core Reunion. Final Fantasy VII. The story of the game takes place from the perspective of an up-and-coming warrior named Zack Fair. Now, Zack Fair is a really interesting character because he appears, so selfless, so sacrificing, and always wanting to do the right thing and all that. And I find in this game, you play as Zack Fair, up-and-coming soldier who is basically trying to become a top-notch warrior. His story is a story of long hard work, sacrifice, perseverance, and selflessness mishmashed into a really good package. His story is also helped to be fleshed out by a really good supporting cast of characters who have much bigger roles as the story progresses, such as Cloud and Jill, Sephiroth, Tifa, and even Yuffie makes an appearance in this game as well. And it also really helps that every single one of these characters is fleshed out by a really good voice acting cast. The people who worked on this game, they did a really good job finding some solid voice actors for these characters. When I first played Zack, I was kind of iffy about it. I was kind of on the fence about it, but the more I played the game, the more I started to get used to it, and I started to adjust to it. And the further I got, it sunk in with me and jived with me and everything like that. I mean, yeah, he's not the original voice actor of Zack from the original Crisis Core, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. And in all honesty, the new voice actor they got for him, it's not nearly as jarring of a transition as I thought it would be. But you know what? Your opinion may or may not vary. All right, so the gameplay, if you're familiar with the Final Fantasy VII remake, the gameplay will feel somewhat reminiscent of that. So playing through this game won't seem like nearly as overwhelming of an experience for you. But it also has this thing in combat, which is a slot thing, and the slot thing is always continuously moving with different combinations of different faces and things like that. Now, what's interesting though about this slot system is that like depending on the combination you get, you'll either be able to summon something, or you'll be able to do a really powerful attack that doles out a ton of damage on your opponent. Also, something that's good about this system, something that I found and I'm fairly certain other people have found, is that the menu and all of that works in combat really seamlessly and really effortlessly and whatnot. But one of my favorite things about this is how comprehensive and how easy to follow the menu is out of combat, because it's like when it comes to equipping things like items and materia and stuff like that, it's just really easy to get through and just fairly simple to use and manipulate and do however you want to do and whatnot. Plus the combat itself is just fun, it's lively, you're always on your toes from one minute to the next, and in all honesty, in combat there is never a dull moment, and you're always constantly having to think, you're constantly having to strategize and formulate exactly what it is you're trying to do from point A to point B. The music in this game is also really good. Takaharu Ishimoto his music was also used in the original Crisis Core. It's nice to know that in this game, all of his arrangements from previously have been kept intact, but at the same time, there have also been some new tracks, new arrangements, and things like that that have been added to this. Kind of give the music more of a sense of urgency, more of an ambiance to the overall proceedings, and it makes you truly feel like you're more involved in the story and the gameplay itself rather than just moving from one point to the next. And I'm so glad they got the original composer from the original Crisis Core to come back and to handle this music for this new one, because in all honesty, I don't think that anybody else could have handled the arrangements in this game besides him. I mean, yeah, Nobuo Uematsu probably could have, and so could have Yoko Shimomura. I'm just glad that they got the original composer, because his work on this is just as solid and just as memorable as it was in the original game. The graphical presentation of this game is absolutely amazing. It's definitely on par with that of the Final Fantasy VII remake, but at the same time, it also does some new things when it comes to the. I don't know if I'm the only one who believes this or sees this, but in my opinion, it kind of does some new stuff as far as like the lighting textures, the flow of certain elements, the looks of certain objects, places, characters, and things like that are really brought up to this anime meets real world sort of thing that I'm really on board with, and I really like a lot, because it definitely gives this game definitely its own unique character, its own unique sensibilities, and everything else in between. All in all, the presentation of the package is really good. Like I said, it's totally on par with that of the Final Fantasy VII remake, and you'll definitely feel the vibes from that, and hopefully you'll also feel all the goodness and the love and care that just oozes out of this wonderful gem of a title. All in all, this is a really, really solid retread of a PSP classic, and it's fun, it's engaging, it keeps you involved from the beginning to the end. The voice acting is really good. The arrangement of the music definitely keeps you involved in everything that is going on, every moment, every place, everything has a theme, everything has a feel, and you're just so involved of this character Zach's story from the moment that he starts fighting on a train full of soldiers all the way up until his final moments. By the way, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't played the game. But anyway, if you are interested in this game, definitely pick up a copy. I highly, highly recommend this. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, or if you're just somebody who is looking for RPGs on your PlayStation system, definitely give this one a try. It is worth your time, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's a lot of fun. Definitely get a kick out of it and a lot of mileage out of it. Please go out and check out Crisis Core Reunion, Final Fantasy VII. Anyway, to those of you that have watched this, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!